Bobby Labonte, the 2002 Cup champ with J.D. Gibbs. Labonte having a rare chance to watch a race here at Lowe's Motor Speedway with Cup cars on track. Their teammate Jason Leffler has made 2 pit stops in this one. As we get the green flag,
they swap sides again.
Well, Quaffle was the leader.
Yeah, I know, but they seem like they're going to take turns doing that. Let's see if it works out for Bliss like he thought it would.
We see if he'll get that good run on the high side off turn 2 like Travis Quaffle in 77 did. It looks like Mike Bliss will prevail in that higher line.
You just can't get off a 2 down low. It looks like last night guys were just having a terrible time down low off a 2, good up high.
And cars that restarted on the outside, like Schrader, Vickers, and Martin Truex, are coming forward. All restarts tonight, double file, 2x2 short track style. That's Truex in the 1 and Robbie Gordon in the 7, trying to close up and stir the pot. 41 Casey Mears in the midst of that.
I'll clear behind me if you get you. I'll clear behind you.
And Mike, listening to Casey on the radio, his car has gotten tight. Jimmy Ellis told him, he said, just be patient. We'll make an air pressure adjustment when you pit and get you fixed up.
13 laps of 20 in this first segment complete. This is win or go home, and Quaffle wants the lead back in the 77.
Looks like Travis may be a little better through the middle of the corner and off than Mike Bliss in the 0 car.
Quaffle looking low again. Here he comes. He wants the lead. Didn't get it at the line. He gets it going into turn 1. Matt.
Now Bliss trying to close in on the 77, telling his team the car is loose right now, but not bad loose, just a little loose from the center of the corner, now off. Now Jason Leffler has pitted twice, just like Friday during practice. The 11 car, wicked loose. They've made several adjustments on both stops to try to tighten up the FedEx car.
And Matt, what these guys have to give information to their crew chief now is what's your car doing right now, because if they anticipate pitting at lap 20, it's only a 10-lap run.
Yeah, and even if you stayed out and got track position, if the car's not right, you're not going to win the race. So you got to anticipate what you got to do that baby to try to give yourself a chance.
Kenny Schrader, who was the fans' choice to transfer into the Nextel All-Star Challenge last year, right now holding 3rd.
Yeah, I thought his OP's, it looked good qualifying, Mike, and he's up there, he's after it tonight.
Getting a lot of heat right now, though, from Brian Vickers in that 25 car.
Now Kyle Busch he's coming.
Well, remember, he qualified on the outside pole. He was not happy with his car. He pitted back on lap 9, and in about 7 laps he has made his way back up, banking on the top 10 right here on the back of Jamie McMurray in the 42.
Is it too far to come and too short a time to get there?
Well, I think what they're going to have to do, they're going to play with strategy. If they follow the leaders at the caution, you know what they're going to do? Follow the leaders.
Busch on McMurray is going to make the pass and move into the top 10. But it's a long way to go to catch the leaders, and we're going to have the competition caution in 2 laps. Now Mike Bliss is reeling in Travis Quaffle again for the lead. He's cut that margin in half in about a lap and a half.
But we're seeing the same thing I saw when Travis Quaffle was behind Mike Bliss. It looks like Mike Bliss beats Travis Quaffle into the corner, like right there, but Travis is able to beat him off the corner from the center off.
I think what's happening, Larry, is everybody's experimenting. Still looking for that preferred line. Where is it? Used to be down low. You got to get that out of your mind. Maybe you got to move up a little high on one end, a little low on the other.
The good thing about Travis Quaffle, this is his first start here in the Nextel Cup car. He's ran some truck races here, but he didn't have to get a lot of that out of his system. Well,
and Bliss is, doesn't have a whole lot of experience here either, but the track is so different. I think it's throwing a lot of these guys, crew chiefs included, throwing them some pretty serious curves.
And that's the final lap in this segment. They will throw the caution as the field makes it around and comes past the start-finish line and is scored there. So 20 laps complete. Travis Quaffle is the leader. Mike Bliss is second, Ken Schrader third, Brian Vickers, Casey Mears, Ricky Rudd, and Martin Truex.
Caution comes out now. The field is frozen. What they do, Mike, they wait till the last car goes by the start-finish line under the flag. And once Kirk Shelmerdine cleared the finish line, that's when the caution was displayed.
Now, wouldn't you say, based on the 5 already having made a pit stop, got a few less laps on his tires, running pretty quick lap times, wouldn't you think he might hang out there?
I think he has to. I think he has to.
What of the 9 cars ahead of them? Would anybody gamble and stay out with 20-lap tires?
Travis Quaffle may.
I just believe if you're happy with your car, 10 laps is not a long way. I think you have to stay out if you want a shot at winning this race.
You come to, it's the same old story, Mike. Whatever you do, they're going to do the opposite if you're up there in the front.
Here's Quaffle looking at pit road. He stays out as the flag has not been issued. Can't see it from here whether or not pit road is open.
Now Murray pitted. Oops. Now that's going to be a penalty right there. He pitted before pit road was open.
The red lights are flashing down there at the entrance of pit road. See him on the right-hand side there up against the wall, right over the flagman?
Yeah, everybody can see that. And Jamie McMurray and his crew somehow missed it.
He's going to drive through, and
he should have just went ahead and stopped, because the penalty's going to be there. It's going to be tail end of the longest line. I don't want to count anybody out of this race because a lot could happen, but that's a mistake right there that probably cost them a chance at winning this race.
McMurray was the 11th place car.
I wonder, Larry, if they called him in or did he come in on his own? Goodness gracious.
Well, the good thing about it, NASCAR not only has that flagman now, at that flag that we saw, the red flag, there's flashing lights down there right at pit road entrance. You see it.
Right.
I mean, the spotter can see it, the driver can see it. That's a good thing that they have.
Except when the driver's in turn 4 and starts to swing down, his view of those lights is blocked by the fence over the tunnel until he gets right close to the commit cones. But still, his spotter can see it. Hopefully his crew chief can see it, and somebody should have made that call. I'm
going to put the real blame here on the spotter. The spotter is looking dead at those lights. He can see the pace car was not out there.
Green light on that Whelen Engineering I forget what they call it. I think flying saucer.
The top 4 stayed out. The top 4 stayed out.
Including the 5. He's going to close.
Steve.
Casey Mears just told crew chief Jimmy Elledge that his car is tight, but he also feels like the rear is on top of the racetrack. He says it's very hard to pass out there. They've already made an air pressure adjustment to the tires of the number 41 of Casey Mears, who came in running 5th. Matt.
Martin Truex Jr. running 7th. They're pitting. The car was loose in the center, then also a little tight. He also told Kevin Bonomanian the car was bouncing an awful lot. Now, if they do advance into the All-Star Challenge, they're talking about adding a side mirror on the bar that comes down on the left side A-post. He says he just cannot see out that left side.
The best that any of these drivers who pitted can restart is 10th. Which is the outside of the 5th row, and that's not a bad spot.
No, it isn't. And that mirror is almost like standard equipment on these cars today. I can't imagine someone doesn't have it.
Steve?
And Mike, we just checked in the pits of Jamie McMurray, and they reported to us that nobody told him not to come down pit road, so it was a miscommunication.
It absolutely was a miscommunication. What we had 9 cars that stayed out, but of those 9 cars, 4 of them pitted just 10 laps ago.
It'll get real interesting here for 10 laps next.